I think there's so many fucking powerful people that are on those lists. There's so many powerful people that went and partied. Air quotes, partied. And how many of them went to the Diddy parties? Have you been paying attention to the trial?
Oh, yeah.
Trials.
To ask questions like, were their decisions colored by certain things, and who got the benefit of the doubt, you know, in that courtroom?
Do you think that hip-hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip-hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
Joe Rogan and 50 Cent just cracked open a fresh can of chaos. With everything swirling around Diddy right now, they're hinting that a few more big-name figures could be sliding straight into the hot seat next, and people are definitely paying attention. The way they're speaking has folks thinking this fallout is only warming up.
What? Yo, wait a minute! Wait!
Diddy is already dealing with jail time after being handed 4 years by Judge Aaron Subramanian on 2 lesser charges. Out of the 5 total counts he faced, this situation is far from finished, and now Joe Rogan and 50 Cent are out here naming names and calling people out loud.
Everybody was passed out. Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the fucking door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the fuck was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against cheeks. I heard struggling to take. I heard being like, yeah, daddy. Like when he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and then I heard some hollering and struggling. Like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all this because I was like.
They're pointing fingers at anyone who rolled close with Diddy, saying those ties might come back to haunt them. The first name they dropped was Meek Mill. And honestly, that didn't surprise many people. From early on, Meek was always around Diddy, allegedly one of the ones in his inner circle, right there for the parties, the photos, and the spotlight. Back when Diddy's image looked clean, Meek was standing beside him smiling and soaking it all in.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was real. Nicki put that up to here. That Nicki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Oh, man.
She just wasn't gonna tell nobody it was Diddy. But now that Diddy out there, why not?
But the moment the charges landed and the RICO storm kicked up, Meek appeared to distance himself fast like the connection never existed. Remember when he jumped on an ex, speaking tough and trying to shut everything down, saying he had nothing to do with the accusations? He said, "My voice is so powerful as a black man from the ghetto worldwide. They want it gone. I'm a real king. Straight out the trenches under control of no human," were his words, strong and defiant.
Okay, so...
But that's not a diss. Meek likes being brought up in that song. I don't know why you lowering his thing. You think you're doing him a favor. He's very, very happy being mentioned, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Okay.
But on the streets, people didn't hear confidence, they heard panic. To many, it sounded like someone trying to create distance before more smoke started rising. Then when Diddy was officially handed that 4-year sentence, Meek doubled down hard. He went public again, insisting he never took part in anything people were whispering about, shutting down rumors left and right. He claimed those private mansion party stories were being twisted by blogs, saying his name was being dragged into scandals he knew nothing about. According to him, it was all gossip and exaggeration, nothing more. But the issue is the memories people have are way too loud to ignore.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Anyone who remembers that 27th birthday party Diddy threw in Vegas knows exactly why eyebrows are raised. Diddy reportedly rented out the Parisian Palace, dropped around $25,000 just on the mansion, and made sure Meek was front and center. Matching outfits, coordinated entrances, dancers, and a scene designed to turn heads. There was even talk of an over-the-top sushi display on a model, and by the end of the night, people said the place looked completely wrecked.
Yo, Sal, what's up?
Yeah, y'all already know how we playing out
That's real life.
Real life.
Yeah. You know Diddy gang, Meek Mill in real life. Don't ever disrespect me. You
Talk
heard?
that Meek. Yeah, Meek.
The aftermath stories alone had the internet buzzing, and then the leaked audio that surfaced later, the one that sent social media into a frenzy involving Meek and Diddy, only poured more heat on the situation and made everything explode even louder. Meek quickly called the whole thing fake, blaming AI and saying bots were sent out to destroy his image. But insiders weren't buying that story at all.
Prosecutors say former dorm matron Tina Virginia Makopo tried to kiss and fondle the girls. She's also accused of kicking and hitting some of them. Makopo pleaded innocent to 14 charges of indecent assault, and criminal injury in South Africa.
Too many people quietly hinted that the audio didn't come from some random tech trick, but from someone who was actually at that party. Then Jaguar Wright stepped in and made things even louder, claiming Nicki paid a bodyguard to leak it. That claim alone sent shockwaves through the timeline and had people arguing non-stop.
I was, needless to say, devastated and really shaken to my core.
When Nicki later joked that Meek loves controversy, fans started raising eyebrows even higher. People felt like that comment hit a little too close to home. Meek snapped back and even offered $100,000 to investigate the leak. Big talk, big promise. But what stood out was this: not a single receipt, update, or result ever followed. Old clips also resurfaced, adding more fuel to the chatter.
Guests are canceling their interviews because they don't want to get blacklisted by Oprah. Who wants to be on the wrong side of Oprah in Hollywood? Who wants to be on the wrong side of Tyler Perry in Hollywood? Who wants to be on the wrong side of Steve Harvey in Hollywood?
One of the most talked about moments showed Diddy calling Meek daddy, and the internet ran wild with it. Even Justin chimed in with a simple shaking my head and a face palm emoji, which only made things worse. Then came Meek trying to deny running with Diddy at all, jumping on the no Diddy wave. But after months of loud denials, the story suddenly shifted. Now Meek says he was around the chaos, but never crossed any line. He claims he kept his distance and just vibed. So fans are stuck asking one big question: which version is real? The one where he was never there, or the one where he saw everything but stayed clean? And now with whispers that Diddy might cooperate, the streets are buzzing. People are saying Meek could be next in line. And just when you think it can't get bigger, a new name starts circulating: Oprah. That rumor alone has the entire timeline holding its breath, with talk linking her to Diddy's infamous inner circles. And if that sounds wild, people on the street are saying it actually lines up with a long history. Whispers about Oprah have been floating around for years, and this isn't coming out of nowhere. Folks still remember those cozy photos with Harvey Weinstein, taken long before the public fully understood who he really was. In Hollywood, many insiders later said the warning signs were always there, yet Oprah continued supporting his projects and appearing right by his side. That's what has people talking now. When survivors said they needed someone with her level of influence to speak up, the silence stood out loud. Critics believe that silence looked less like neutrality and more like protecting the system. Then there's the South Africa school situation, which was supposed to be her legacy moment. Around $40 million invested, built with big promises and global praise. But not long after opening, serious accusations surfaced, and several students reported troubling experiences. Behind the scenes, the dorm matron Virginia Mogo was later charged in connection to misconduct. Oprah flew in, removed staff, and spoke emotionally on camera, but critics felt the timeline and explanations didn't fully add up. Now those old accusations are being pulled back into the spotlight, and the whispers are getting louder by the day. People are asking whether Oprah knew more than she ever admitted. Hollywood insiders are feeding the fire too. Jaguar Wright and Dr. Umar have both hinted that Oprah holds quiet but serious power, the kind of influence that makes people think twice before ever crossing her path.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you have one, yeah.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. I can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them. Diddy party stories, man. That was like some weird memory lane.
Old clips and photos are popping back up, showing Oprah posted up with the same crowd that was moving close with Diddy at those private gatherings. That alone has people questioning how deep her connections really ran and whether those rooms were smaller than they looked. Another name heating up the rumor mill right now is Stevie J, and this one has people watching extra close. If you know the culture, you already know this isn't random chatter. Stevie and Diddy go way back, deeper than just rap and fame. Stevie wasn't just around for the ride, he helped build Bad Boy from the ground up. He produced some of the biggest records of that era and had a real hand in shaping the sound that took over the charts. So when the Feds showed up at Diddy's mansion, it wasn't shocking to see Stevie step up fast. He was one of the first voices defending Diddy, standing 10 toes down and calling him family. But lately, the whispers around Stevie have been getting heavier and harder to ignore. People are claiming he was present at those private gatherings too, right in the same spaces where all the wild stories are said to come from. Lil Rod's lawsuit even mentions Stevie by name, alleging he helped coordinate women for those nights. That accusation alone sent shockwaves through the timeline.
The paper does manage to make it clear that you were not aware of Epstein activities. Did you know who he was?
Yes, I knew him. I was introduced to him on my 31st birthday by my ex-boyfriend Flavio. He was always front and center at Victoria's Secret shows.
Did you suspect what he was doing?
No.
Behind the scenes, there's also talk of a leaked clip floating around, allegedly showing Stevie caught up in the chaos himself. While many in the industry are backing away quietly, Stevie is doing the opposite. He's still loud, still calling Diddy his brother, and still holding the line like nothing ever changed. And that has the streets asking one big question. Is that real loyalty? Or is Stevie tied in so deep that backing out isn't even an option anymore? That question slides straight into the next name, causing non-stop chatter. Ashton Kutcher. Old videos have people side-eyeing him hard, showing Ashton laughing, dancing, and clearly enjoying himself at those infamous all-white parties tied to Diddy. Folks are saying he looked way too comfortable, like he had a front row seat to everything happening. Then came that Hot Ones interview moment. When Ashton was asked about Diddy, he froze up, stumbled through his words, and left a long, awkward pause. That silence spoke louder than any statement could. People also remember how Ashton and Mila Kunis wrote letters supporting Danny Masterson before his conviction, and that decision raised serious questions about the circles Ashton kept close. The backlash was heavy enough that Ashton stepped down from the organization he co-founded, and not long after that, rumors about Diddy tapes started buzzing online. Who was in them, who wasn't, and what really went down became the new conversation. Ashton has said he was just a guest, nothing more. But the timeline has people asking how deep his connection to Diddy really went. And now another name keeps popping up. Naomi Campbell. Every time Diddy and Epstein are mentioned in the same breath, her name trends again. Both men were linked to exclusive private islands, and whispers about inappropriate activity have followed those stories for years. No charges tied to her, but the rumors alone keep the streets talking louder every time. Epstein's crimes are already on record, but now people are asking a different question. They're wondering whether Diddy's private islands carried the same dark rumors and which celebrities were ever connected to those spaces. Naomi Campbell's name keeps popping up in street conversations again and again. Online chatter claims she wasn't just present, but allegedly involved in introductions tied to those elite circles. The rumors say modeling opportunities were used as bait, followed by strict NDAs in situations that allegedly went far beyond fashion. These are claims floating online, not proven facts, but they've been spreading fast. Some users have gone even further, accusing her of acting as a middle link in Diddy's world, helping manage access and favors. One viral comment put it bluntly, saying, "She gives me major madam vibes, always has. I think she does it for favors, connections, money, and to keep working." That same post claimed her career never slowed because of who she allegedly had backing her. Then there's that resurfaced interview making the rounds again. Naomi openly admitted she knew Epstein, but insisted she had no knowledge of any illegal behavior involving minors. That clip alone has people replaying it frame by frame. Nothing has been proven, no charges tied to her in this situation, but the rumors keep growing louder. With Diddy's name already under heavy scrutiny, the streets are watching closely to see who else might get pulled into the conversation next. Fans are side-eyeing Naomi hard, saying her responses feel like dodging accountability. Online comments are brutal, with one user claiming, "She's lying, too fidgety, she knew it all." Another pointed out her past work with Save the Children, noting the organization recently faced serious financial fallout tied to public allegations, which only added more fuel to the rumors. Some are calling it the perfect cover story, while others are digging into her past connections. People are now asking whether Diddy and Naomi dated back in the early 2000s. Screenshots and old posts are circulating, showing her at Diddy's infamous parties, followed by her quietly wiping him from her Instagram once his scandals exploded. Fans also can't forget that moment when Diddy reportedly flew to London with Young Miami just to surprise Naomi with a cake celebrating her doctorate. That clip alone still has the streets buzzing, wondering how close those ties really were. So now the big question is this: if the feds decide to dig deeper, just how tangled is Naomi and Diddy's entire mess? With all these names surfacing, the pressure keeps building. Who's really innocent? Who's hiding in plain sight? And how many more shocks are waiting to drop? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let us know what you think, because this story is far from over. Make sure to like, subscribe, share this video, and comment for more updates in celebrity drama. We'll see you on the next one.